Unit 6, Vocabulary, Exercise 2. Listen and repeat. Beach, desert, forest, ice cap, mountain range, rainforest, jungle. Unit 6, Vocabulary, Exercise 2. Listen and repeat. Beach, desert, forest, ice cap, mountain range, rainforest, jungle. Unit 6, Vocabulary, Exercise 5. 1.
Isn't it terrible what's happening in the village?
I know. It started raining on Sunday and it just hasn't stopped for days.
Yeah, and with all that water, lots of people are leaving their homes. It's just too dangerous to stay there.
Yeah, and have you seen how the water just carries away all the cars? Scary. Really scary.
2.
OK, and what's this? Well, it's a region of the upper atmosphere between about 15 and 30 kilometres in altitude. It has quite a lot of ozone, and the ozone absorbs the sun's ultraviolet radiation. But the big problem is the hole right here, over the Antarctic and the Arctic. This hole is caused by CFC gases and other gases.
3. Well, it's stupid, isn't it?
I know. They always tell us to sort our rubbish and to recycle it, but then they don't give us anywhere to put bottles and glass.
That's right. And in the end, there's no alternative. You have to put all the rubbish in the same bin. 4.
It's so hot today, though, isn't it?
Certainly is. They say it's the hottest day of the year. Well, no, not of the year. The hottest day in the last 10 years.
And they say it's going to get hotter.
One day, this is all just going to be desert, believe me.
Unit 6, Grammar in Context, Exercise 2B, Pronunciation. 1.
The situation is going to get worse.
2.
Temperatures are going to go up.
3.
It's going to be a hot summer.
4.
We're all going to have problems.
5.
I'm going to do something to help.
Unit 6, Listening, Exercise 2.
OK, everyone. You remember that this week we've looked at global warming, a really big problem for the planet in the future. We think it's super important for schools to set an example. So last week, I asked you all to think of some ideas to make our school green. Today, we're going to make a list of your ideas and see what we can all do together to make the school greener. So, who wants to start?
Well, in a school like this, we use lots of paper, and sometimes I see people putting paper in the bin, just throwing it away. And sometimes they've only written on one side. My idea is to have 2 boxes in each classroom, one with paper that we can use again, and one with paper to recycle. If we reuse and recycle all the paper in the school, it'll help to save trees.
Good idea, William.
Just one question. Who'll actually take the paper for recycling? That's a big job. A job like that can be a bit of a pain.
If we all help, it won't be so bad. Why don't we use the class list and go in alphabetical order? At the end of the week, we'll all take it in turns to take the paper away and recycle it.
OK. And the teachers will take turns too. Chloe, can you write that idea down? Now, any other ideas? Isabel?
Well, I know this isn't very original, but, at the end of the day, there are always classrooms where all the lights are on and everyone's gone home. The rooms are empty, but the lights are still on.
Well, Isabel, you know that it's actually a school rule. The last person to leave the room switches the lights off.
I know. Teachers have told us to switch the lights off, but we forget sometimes, or people don't think it's that important. So why don't we make signs or posters to put on the doors, saying why it's important to switch the lights off? If we put posters up, maybe people won't forget to do it. If we remember to switch the lights off when we leave the classroom, we'll save lots of electricity.
True. Good point. Chloe, make a note of that too, would you? Posters on the doors to tell people to switch the lights off. Yes, Jack?
And why not have signs and posters in the toilets too, miss? The thing is, people often forget to turn the tap off after they wash their hands. If you don't turn the tap off, you waste a lot of water, especially if it's the end of break and nobody goes into the toilet until the next break.
Yep, you're right, Jack. Let's put that idea down too. Now, I had an idea as well. I was thinking that...
Unit 6. Developing Speaking. Exercise 2.
Hi, Danny.
Hi, Jamie.
Listen, are you up to anything this weekend?
Not really. What about you?
If the weather's good, Alex and I are going to go to the beach. Do you fancy coming?
Sure. What time shall we meet?
How about 11 o'clock?
OK. Why don't we meet at the station?
Fine. I know. I'll bring some sandwiches and we can have lunch on the beach.
What will we do if it rains?
I'll give you a ring on your mobile and we'll go somewhere else.
OK. Listen, I'll ring Liz too and see if she wants to come.
Good idea. See you tomorrow at 11.
See you.
Unit 6. Developing Speaking. Exercise 6A. Pronunciation.
Hi, Danny.
Hi, Jamie.
Listen, are you up to anything this weekend?
Not really. What about you?
If the weather's good, Alex and I are going to go to the beach. Do you fancy coming?
Sure. What time shall we meet?
Gateway to Exams. Units 5 and 6. Listening. Exercise 2. Listen to a radio program. People are giving their opinions about famous people who speak on TV about the environment and other world problems. Match the speakers and their opinions.
There are lots of examples of famous people, singers or actors usually, who talk about the environment or natural disasters on TV or in magazines. We wanted to know what you think about that, so we went out onto the street and asked you. This is what you told us.
Speaker 1. Well, some people think it's okay, but I hate seeing famous people talking about things like that. I think most of these famous people, when they do that, they just want publicity for themselves. They just want to advertise their new film or CD. They start talking about the environment, and 2 minutes later, they're telling you the title of their new record and talking about how brilliant it is. Speaker 2.
I don't know. I think that the good thing is that they help people to see that there are really serious environmental problems and we need to do something about it. They usually get people to help and give money, and that money can be really important. Famous people attract lots of publicity, and they use the attention to tell people about some of the terrible things that are happening in the world right now. That's a good thing. Often people don't really care about these disasters if famous people don't talk about them.
Speaker 3.
I just think that these celebrities, these singers and actors, they're really rich. That's the biggest problem with famous people. They're too rich. They're millionaires. If they want to help, why don't they just give their own money? Normal people like me aren't rich enough to give much money, but these celebrities could give enough money to stop some of these problems tomorrow, instead of buying mansions and sports cars and expensive clothes. They're millionaires. Why don't they just give money instead of telling us what to do?
Speaker 4.
Well, really, what does a pop star know about the environment or about global warming? Pop stars don't know enough to be able to inform us. They aren't experts. I want famous singers and actors to talk about music and film, not about the ozone layer and global warming. I want to learn about world problems from the experts, people who really know what they're talking about.
As you can see, not everybody agrees then about the question of celebrities, but one thing is really